Good morning. We are going to go ahead and get this program started. I know some of you are still getting your food, and that's fine. Please help yourself to food and coffee, and just find a seat when you can. But we want to make sure that we stick pretty close to our timing, so that we have some of the judges have to leave and get to court. So we're going to make sure that we can get through our whole program. So I want to say welcome. Welcome to CASA's annual meeting, and we are really thankful that all of you came here this morning and chose to spend your time with us. My name is Courtney Wright. I'm a past board chair for CASA, and over the last 21 months that I've served as board chair, Savannah CASA has experienced significant transition and growth, really since the last time we all sat in this room together. Even amid the pandemic, we have continued to move this organization forward, and that is due in large part to the folks that are sitting in the room here today. Over in 2020 and 2021, CASA actually added 6 new staff members. And these additional advocacy coordinators and operational staff have allowed us to recruit and train 90 more volunteers. Organization's capacity to better support our mission through volunteer recruitment, retention, fundraising, communication, and events. From the pandemic to extended office closures to virtual hearing, these last 18 months have had a lot of what my millennial daughter would call pivoting. We have changed our fiscal year to align with our largest government fundraisers, and this is why you have 2 annual snapshots in front of you. So if you look at the table, you have 2 annual snapshots, one from 2020 and one from 2021. Please note that the one from 2021 is actually only 9 months because of that change in our fiscal year. But despite the fact that it was only 9 months, you'll see that 2021 has been extraordinarily successful despite its many challenges. In fact, through September 30th of this year, which is the end of our fiscal year, we've served more children in these 9 months than we served in all of 2020. We also have a record number of 193 CASA volunteers serving in 2021, and in fact, 70 of these volunteers joined the CASA program entirely virtually, which is certainly a pivot for our staff who are doing the training, and for the volunteers learning about our organization and navigating this world virtually. So as you know, for those of you that are dressed in 90s gear, this is our 30th anniversary, hence the 90s theme. I have to compliment everybody who came in 90s gear. I was so impressed with the costumes. I'm really enjoying the theme and the music. And in these last 30 years, our organization has come a long way. We currently serve 93% of the children in foster care. Everybody in this room, we are going to get to our goal of 100%. So for this reason, I would like to stop right here and ask the most important people in this room to stand, our CASA volunteers. So if you're a CASA volunteer, these outstanding, committed, compassionate, and generous people give their time, energy, and expertise to change the stories of children in foster care. You are the reason we are all here today, and we want to thank you for all that you do. 3 additional people in this room make Savannah CASA possible. Without the support of our 3 juvenile court judges, we could not serve the children in Child County in foster care. Judge Thomas Cole, Judge Roxanne Formey, and Judge Loretta Brindle Kramer, would you please stand? in the state of Georgia, and we're not afraid to say so. And we want to thank you for allowing our CASA volunteers to advocate for Chatham County's children. Okay, well now I would like to ask all of our community partners to please stand. And by this I mean everyone that works in juvenile court, DFACS, and other partnering agencies. Do we have any folks from DFACS or juvenile court? That are committed to improving the outcomes of children in foster care. Together, we help to repair and reunify families, protect children, and address trauma. Many of these individuals go unnoticed in our community, but please know that we see you and we appreciate you. And last, I would like to thank my fellow board members. Could all the board members here please stand? Now, please join me in welcoming Jen King of Georgia CASA to the stage. Great. Thank you for coming up. Thank you all, and hello to everybody watching us virtually today. We wanted to give everybody lots of opportunities to join with us, so we have quite a few people that are via Zoom. So as Courtney mentioned, this is Jen King with Georgia CASA. And Neil Roberts is alongside Jen, our advocacy director. And they are going to help us get right into the awards ceremony. So first, I'd like to really thank Courtney. She's been a phenomenal board chair. It's great to have someone so great, so amazing working alongside you while you are going through a pandemic, right? Like we've all done, all of you know, we've done so much pivoting, and she has been a source of wisdom and understanding and compassion and a great cheerleader when I needed it. So thank you so much for all that you've done. So we figured out this new normal somewhat, right? I mean, we have to-go containers so that if you're not comfortable to eat, you can, your mask, your hand sanitizer. We're actually meeting in person inside. This has been a long time, right? And we are covering, rather than just 1 year, we are covering 21 months of service with our CASA volunteers. Since we've done the change of the fiscal year, we'll be now meeting in the fall and talking about our success over the year. So we're going to start with recognizing just a few of those 190 CASA volunteers. I know many of you are watching via Zoom, so you don't get the floor, you just have to watch us give it to someone else. So Mandy, will you start us off? And Jen, you can come up.
Hey everyone, it is my honor to begin our awards by recognizing volunteers who have served more than 5 years. Volunteers, please join the staff over here when your name is called. If you are present, if you're at home, just keep yourself a little pat on the back if we have something to work in. The following volunteers have served Savannah CASA for 5 years: Tanya Scott, Mary Jones, Tom Hassett, and Michelle Carnes. Savannah CASA volunteers for 6 years: Amelia Donahue and Mike Denny. Been advocates for a lucky 7 years: Carrie McDonald, Tim Clem, Geneva Roberts, Janet Sinclair Young. I know Janet's here. Yes. Valerie Reeves and Mary Burney. For 8 years. And then we have Howie Gaynor and Brady Trapio, who have served as CASA volunteers for 9 years. Served as a CASA for 13 years, and Queen Reeves has advocated for 14 years. Volunteer has recently returned to serve with us after taking a brief hiatus: Sandra Babb, So since she has returned, she is on her 19th year of being a CASA. And last but certainly not least, I'm looking at her right now because she's, surprised. Yvonne Haber, she has been a CASA for the last 20 years and is such an important.
You get a fancy one. Once years.
To all the CASA volunteers that are doing so much. These individuals press on to ensure that every child in our community has a committed advocate. This year, we added a new CASA volunteer category, Judge's Choice. We asked our judges to elect 3 CASA volunteers whose advocacy has really stood out in the courtroom. These individuals do phenomenal research, write stellar CASA reports, and obviously care very deeply. Will Alicia Wilson, Anne-Marie Gotel, and Kelly Palmer come to the front? Let's give these 3 volunteers a round of applause.
And one of our new staff members.
Yes. I would like to recognize our caseworker of the year. The life of a DFACS caseworker is not easy. They work all hours, often buried in the work. They don't do it for the paycheck or the schedule. They do it because they care about our children. This year's caseworker of the year is Montrese Boston. We really appreciate all the partnership that you do with CASA. And her regional director, Sheila Jenkins, is here to accept the award on her behalf.
So we don't usually do awards for our case managers of the year. We give them gift cards and alcohol. So that is what's in this basket. Don't drink it on the way there. It's hard.
So let's give Montrese a round of applause. And next, I would like to recognize a juvenile court employee, Brooke Foley. She has been a support for CASA for a long time and a great stakeholder to work with. Brooke, Savannah CASA is thankful for your empathy and attentiveness to the children of Chatham County.
Trisha, want to come up and take it for her? So she's going to do it.
All right.
Okay, make you get on stage. You have to pretend you're her. Then she can have a little FOMO.
To recognize another community partner.
Our next speaker, we've added this category of our community partner that's really stood out over the last year and a half, and I know will come as a surprise that we are going to award PAC. Melina Stone, who runs PAC, has done an amazing job of partnering with us. She's not here this morning, I haven't seen her, but we'll make sure we share this award with her. PAC, if you're not familiar with it, they do a bunch of different things to help low-income families in our community. How they partner in particular with Savannah CASA and the Juvenile Court is they have a boutique in the at their beautiful center. Has anybody ever been to PAC? It's pretty awesome. But they have like an entire boutique, and when the slideshow runs again, I put some pictures of it. And our young people in foster care that are placed here, almost all of our family treatment court participants get to go there quarterly and shop. They're all brand new clothes, tags still on. They have a personal shopper that takes them through to get the items that they want to pick out. It's beautiful. It's like better shopping than any of us do in this room. It's so adorable, and they really look forward to it. So we're very thankful for the partnership that PAC provides. So let's give PAC a round of applause. All right, now we have boys. We might want to join over there and help her out. All right, let's hope some of these are, oh, none of these are here. All right, we're changing, we're giving awards to people that are here. Let me see. All right, so our most continuing education hours is Mary Jones. They're required to do, after a year of service, you're required to do 12 hours of continuing ed. She's done 36 hours of continuing ed. All right, around that, so she's been a CASA volunteer for a while, and she loves to stay educated. That's where just, yeah, I mean, everybody loves Mary Jones. She should also get the sweetest award. And then the next is most in-person visits, and this is a huge deal because this means through COVID, this CASA volunteer has continued to find safe ways to meet with their children. And we all know when DFACS had to stop doing in-person visits, we were able to fill in that gap and get that physical eyes on the children when the state was not allowing in-person visits. And that was even, so it became even more important. And so Tanya Scott did 29 visits and spent 84 hours doing in-person visits because she knows how important it is to meet with that child and develop that relationship. So. And this probably was one that was hard to, I'm sure there's a lot of people with a lot of court hours because we know court hearings have gone a lot longer since they've been virtual. And so the person that won the most court hours, spent the most time in court, was Karen White, with 44 hours she spent in the courtroom advocating for her children. That's phenomenal. So as you may know, our CASA volunteers have to often travel across the state because children in foster care are placed all over the state. And this is where I give the pitch. If you are thinking about becoming a foster parent, we need you. Become a foster parent, stop being a CASA volunteer. I hate to say that, but we need a foster parent even more. Or if you've been thinking about becoming a foster parent, please, I'm sure any of those at DFACS would love to talk you through how to become a foster parent, right? Yes. Because we need more in Chatham County. But this particular volunteer traveled all over the state to visit her children. Allison Harkins traveled 2,770 miles. And then we have a volunteer. I'm just speeding through these because none of these folks are here, huh? So. All right, Steve, you traveled 3,000 miles, you get the award now. Your award number. All right, so this is the volunteer who's logged the most hours. This means it's the amount of time they spent visiting their child, meeting with stakeholders, attending court. And this is so important because when they log their hours, this means we can tell our funders what we're doing. So this is how we stay funded. And Nikisha Melendez logged 365 hours. An hour a day for the last year that she spent working on her CASA case, which is phenomenal. All right, now we have a brand new category, and I see one of them here today, so I'm very excited. We have a new category called the King and Queen of CASA. These are two individuals that have gone above and beyond cheerleading for Savannah CASA. They have so much energy. They do their advocacy and they regularly contribute to the organization in that way. But then they are just the biggest cheerleaders. And I think it will come as no surprise who the king is. but Rick Ellison is officially vacated. Everybody that knows Rick knows what a cheerleader he is for CASA, and then also everybody that's never heard of CASA hears about CASA from Rick. He is phenomenal in that way. And Sally Helm is our queen, who is not here today, but Sally is also an amazing advocate for CASA, and the slideshow that we have going later, so you can see her, because she was the one taking temperatures, dancing with the stars, which has become an epic picture to define our year. And now another special category is a funder of the year. And there has been a funder that continues to show up for us and support our organization in a million different ways. And so we would love an international paper to please join us. We would recognize. Thank you so much. And to let us hire your wife, which is even wonderful. Judge Forney was very happy about that when Alicia came on. All right, so now I'm gonna hand it back over to Jen, who is gonna do our final award.
Great, thank you, Kate. I am so glad to be back here again. I'm the executive director for Georgia CASA. And I believe it was 2 years ago at the annual meeting, I sat in this room and listened to what you all had done and accomplished, but your focus and determination on where you wanted to go. And I was thinking then, and I was like, I'm gonna be back here when they're serving 100% of the children. And you all have done such amazing work. So I love that you take the time to celebrate the supporters and everyone who's a part of the CASA program. I often share a story about a young man that I met. We were driving in a car together. We were being transported to another meeting. We did not know each other. He asked me what I did, and I told him I worked for CASA. And he said, "Oh, I had a CASA volunteer." He was from Savannah, and he said that she was his light at the darkest time in his life. And I tell that story as I travel around the state and spend time with volunteers and really appreciate the work that you did, the work that you do for each and every child that you have touched through your advocacy. So thank you for that. I hope that I meet the children that you've worked with and that they share very similar things about you. I know that it often doesn't come back that directly to you, but I just wanted to say thank you to all the volunteers. And congratulations for 30 years. I thought maybe I was asked to be here because I was born in 1991. I was graduating from college in 91. I was introduced to CASA in 1995. My first visit to Savannah was to visit with the CASA program. So thank you for letting me be a part of your day, but for all that you do, and congratulations for all of the work. I really think I want you to know that Savannah CASA is a flagship program in Georgia. I'm really proud to be here. Okay, but I've been asked to introduce the volunteer meeting. So this is obviously an incredible honor to be here and sharing this award with you. So Amelia Donahue has served as a CASA volunteer since 2016. She has been assigned to 3 cases totaling 7 children. Amelia's integrity is unmatched. Her background as an educator is at the forefront of her advocacy. She understands the importance of early intervention and passionately believes in the potential of every child. In one of her cases, Amelia has gone above and beyond in ensuring that family connection is obtained despite difficult circumstances. Since visitation cannot occur at this time, Amelia meets with the parent to collect letters and photos, which she sends to the foster parent and therapist to be explored with the children in a safe space. No one asked her to do this, but she saw the importance of maintaining a bond with the mother. The children involved in her other cases are based out of the county. She travels more than 3 hours to visit with them, including a hotel stay before her trek back to Savannah. She is willing to incur the travel costs because she understands the importance of developing trust between the CASA and the child. Amelia always remains upbeat even during tough times. When she occasionally gets discouraged with the process, she will always say, okay, what can we do about it? Let's get to work, with a bit of a laugh. She has effectively built partnerships with all stakeholders, and she is highly responsive to CASA staff. Amelia is a gentle soul with a fighting spirit. We are so grateful for you, Amelia. We hope that she's watching. She wasn't able to be here with us today. So congratulations to Amelia W., the 2021 Volunteer of the Year. I'm not going to call Susan up here to accept her award as her coordinator, because I know Susan doesn't like the spotlight, but is that what I'm supposed to do, Katie?
It's okay. She's always turn to Susan.
So at this point, I'm going to turn it over once again to Holly. I'm turning it over, the last time I turned the microphone over was when Savannah Casa won the Affiliate of the Year at our conference in August, and Holly was with us to accept that award, so I'm proud to again turn it over to the current board chair, Holly Fox.
Wow, we have such amazing volunteers and partners. I am honored to serve as the 2022 board chair for CASA. Over my last 2 years at the board, I've been inspired by the stories of how CASA volunteers impact the lives of children in foster care. Our mission to recruit and train community volunteers, advocate for the best interests of children in foster care, has served our organization extremely well. Over the last 30 years, we have advocated for thousands of children in Chatham County. Countless families have been reunited, new families have been created, and many young people have exited foster care with a connection to a committed adult. On behalf of the current board of directors and every board member over the last 30 years, thank you for making such an incredible difference. Now let's imagine what we can achieve in the next 30 years. Under our new name and mission, Brightside Child and Family Advocacy, we'll provide services to prevent child abuse and neglect by strengthening and supporting healthy family relationships. Brightside's Savannah Casa program will continue its high quality and personalized advocacy for children in foster care. But as Brightside, we will do even more. Next year, we will launch the Bright House, a supervised visitation and family support center. At the Bright House, parents will develop healthy relationships with their children in a warm, home-like environment while participating in their court-mandated supervised visitation. And this is just the beginning. With your continued support, everyone in this room, we will do so much more to create a community where every child is allowed to thrive in a safe and loving home. Thank you for all you've done to make Savannah Casa's program one of the best foster programs in the state. We know with the same passion and energy, we will go on to do so much more. And now I welcome Kate Blair back onto the stage to talk about our bright future.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So next month, I'll have been in this position for 3 years. More than half of that has been a pandemic, so it's been exciting, right? It's not exactly what I expected, but I'm so proud of the team of volunteers, board members, partners, and the wonderful colleagues that I get to work alongside every day, who's made some incredible lemonade out of the lemons that we've been given. So thank you all to all of you. But before I talk about the future, I want to mention something that we did at our 30th anniversary, and I hope many of you saw that. But we started a wonderful initiative in honor of Judge Beam, who founded the CASA program. We started the Judge Beam Scholarship Fund. He was we named this after him because he was the founder, and at the 30th anniversary, we awarded our very first scholarship to Delisha Cooper of $1,000 for her to go to school. The CASA volunteer back there is Donovan Rachel Hands and our coordinator, Sharon. So incredibly for Denisha, and I know, and Judge Colbert and Judge Fording have both presided over that case and know and have seen the transformations that's occurred within that child's life, and it's been phenomenal. And she's planning to go to Valdosta State, and she's already went and visited with her CASA volunteer and mentor, and we're so excited for her to be there. So we started this fund, and honestly, this would be the easiest fundraising I would do. I could go on Facebook and raise $5,000 tomorrow for a scholarship fund. People will give to that because it gives meaningfully to one individual. But the staff and I had a different idea. We knew we could go to the community and we could start another fundraising initiative. But we thought what's more meaningful is for us, the scholarship fund, to be funded by the partners, by the board members, by the CASA staff, and by the volunteers, by the people that know this mission the most and know these children the most. And so we want to make our scholarship fund to be the one ask I ever ask of any of you. I don't typically ever push our CASA volunteers for any funds because you all give so much of your time and energy. I get in the mail the annual campaign we send to you, hoping that you'll pass that along to a family member to tell them about CASA, but we never expect you ever to give to this mission more than the time that you do. But what I do want to ask is that we as partners, as staff members, as volunteers, board members, that we all think about contributing to this fund and do something incredibly meaningful. So my ask today is that every person in this room consider taking $10 to our scholarship fund. We have around 100 people, so we would raise our $1,000 for next year very easily. We have some others that are willing to match the funding that we do, and so we have some partners that are willing to, some corporate partners that are willing to do that. But I'm gonna make that ask, and I'm gonna first do that, but I will match every single $10 donation every CASA staff member gives. So I will give, I'll give $130 to match all of the CASA staff. And Jenny, thank you. Jenny is dipping her credit card and gonna give her $10. So we ask that you all consider donating today before you leave. This, everything you give today, you're not accepting any money for the mission of CASA. We are only accepting funding for this scholarship fund. So you can give through that tip jar. There's a QR code at your table. And next year, and every year moving forward, we will be giving a scholarship to a young person in foster care at this annual meeting. So thank you so much. I got all of my notes because I get so passionate about it. I'm so excited about the scholarship fund. That was like the first thing I wanted to do when we started this. And it was just so beautiful to see how inspired Denisha was by everything. All right, so now I would love to ask my CASA colleagues who are still dipping back there. I love it. Thank you, Tim. I would like all of our CASA colleagues to come to the front so we can introduce you and talk about our new organization moving forward. They're all about the dipping. You can finish dipping afterwards. Like, so y'all come to the front. You want to stay? You guys like line up right in the front here so that we can see you. So 3 years ago, there were only 6 of us. There's a couple more of us. I'm honored to have such an incredibly empathetic, compassionate, energetic team. They have created an incredible culture where they care deeply for one another and challenge one another to be better, and challenge me to be better all the time, especially by asking me lots of questions. They've all figured out technology incredibly well over this time of COVID. I've been very proud. It was a little, the virtual work started a little rough, and we are now, everybody, Susan knows how to turn her computer on and on again every time I do that. But to assist you in understanding what our new organization will look like, I'm going to ask that our team separate based on their new roles. So first, we have the Savannah CASA program led by Mandy Roberts as our advocacy director. So will all the CASA staff go and stand by me? Go around her so they can see you separated.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I'm a little concerned that my staff don't know what their roles are. Like literally what their lives. So yes, this is our CASA program staff. Janine Roberts is our advocacy director, and she's supported by 2 lead advocacy coordinators, Susan Montcavage and Sharon Newman. We have Maggie Smith, Tim Wright, Karen Allen, who's our newest full-time employee, and Alicia Wilson, who is our newest part-time employee. Presence is our incredibly important pre-service facilitator, Eric Hornfeld. So also, they will receive some support from our operations team, but we'll discuss that in a moment. But this is our CASA program. This team believes deeply in the CASA model. We believe that a committed and well-trained volunteer will provide the kind of advocacy necessary to reduce the child's time in foster care, improve their educational outcomes, and ensure that their needs are met. While it can be tempting, I know this is true for some, for the staff to just do the work themselves, right? It's very tempting, isn't it? They understand by training and supporting volunteers, they can support far more children. Each one of our full-time staff members can support up to 30 CASA volunteers. So imagine that impact we have in the CASA model. It's also incredibly compelling for the children we serve to have a volunteer get to know them. This is somebody, you know, we have DFACS case managers, attorneys, court staff. All of us are paid to be here, but a CASA volunteer is there simply because they care about that child and they want to make sure that child's needs are being met. And that is incredibly powerful. So next we have the Bright House team. So take a step forward so they can see you. So it's just really a team of 1. That's you. You know who you are? Pushing your right on. Take about Brown is our new visitation center manager, and she will have support from Teresa. Come and stand next to her. Teresa McBride, who's our administrative assistant, will serve. Where'd she go? Where's Teresa? Oh, she ran out of here. So, well, good luck with that tonight. Here's also our Airport District Community Engagement Coordinator, Holly Green. So come on over here. That was the program while we raised the funding to add additional staff. And then there is the Bright Side team, which includes myself, Jenny McCord, our operations manager, Jennifer Graham. You're going to stay with me. Thank you. This is the Bright Side team. So we are part of the umbrella that will support all of these people doing the actual hard work. And so this is our new organization. This is the new Bright Side Child and Family Advocacy, consisting of the Bright House and the Savannah CASA program. So let's give it a round of applause for the team. This is just killing you. It's been such a humbling experience to lead this organization, and I'm incredibly grateful I get to interact with such our volunteers that are literally the best human beings on earth. I mean, the amount of time, this is not a put some food on a shelf and feel good about yourself kind of volunteer job. This is individuals that give so much of their time and energy and believe deeply in making this world a better place by positively impacting children who experience trauma. You are all incredibly lucky to be surrounded by these individuals. And I'm so thankful for the other most important and good people on this planet, which are juvenile court judges that also care incredibly deeply. We, you know, in the courtroom, and we have attorneys sitting in here that care very deeply in the courtroom, case managers. In the courtroom, we can sometimes, it can be contentious. We may not always agree, but one thing we all have in common is we care about the children and we want what's best for them. And what an honor it is for us to be able to advocate for the best interests of children in the way that I do for my own sons, in the way that many of you do for your children. So we are incredibly thankful for that. So I'm gonna allow Mandy to come back up here to introduce one of the best human beings on the planet. Though, you know, we see less of him now that he likes to just be retired, but we're gonna hand this over to. Okay, so there's a question in the chat for on the Zoom. If you want to donate online, the scholarship fund is on our website. If you go to donate, you will see scholarship fund and you can donate online. But yes, we love everybody that's online to donate $10 today and help us reach our goal of 1,000. So there you go.
Well, this person doesn't need much introduction, and he didn't want a long introduction. But Judge Burke has been a great support for Savannah Costa since he's been in juvenile court, and we are still sad that you are no longer on the bench. But I would like to welcome Judge Burke as our keynote speaker.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I know I'm here as the keynote speaker, but I think the program itself, this has been one of the most informative and uplifting events that I've been to in the, let's see, it's been 1 year, 2 months, 1 day, 16 hours, 32 minutes, and 16 seconds since I retired. I want to start by thanking them for not dragging out some long introduction. It would have been boring anyway to talk about things I allegedly accomplished during my lifetime, because I recognize that everything that I've ever done in my entire life, I did with the help of somebody else. Whether it was just getting here in the first place, my parents had this crazy notion and school, high school, elementary school, college, law school, practice of law, the first judgeship, which was recorded for 11 years, 16 years on the juvenile bench. I didn't do that by myself. I had lots and lots of help along the way, and I really appreciate it. And so I stand here before you on the shoulders of everybody who's helped me along the way. Now, I'm retired, and being retired and being old brings some responsibilities and then I guess some disabilities. I have learned, for example, that if you leave one room and go into another room, there's a filter right there at the threshold that takes all your thoughts out. When you get to that next room, you don't remember why you went. You have to go back to the room to remember. And you need to write things down, which is what I do. I am very happy to be here, and everything about CASA that has been said, but I just want to do a special thanks to all of the persons involved in CASA as board members, as staff members, as supporters and partners. This is not something you have to do. This is something you do because it comes from your heart. And because it comes from your heart, it is something that is above and beyond just a routine something. And it's really special. Excuse me. Whatever higher power you believe in has guided you and directed you to this point and has given you the opportunity to help children navigate a very traumatic and very frightful way. My view from the bench many times was that the only person in the council that the children really had trust in was counselors. They had attorneys, they had they might see me once every 3 months, 6 months, whatever. They saw and were in contact with those counselors on a regular basis. You didn't replace parents, but you were that auntie or that uncle that was kind of there when they needed to talk to somebody. I know when I was a child, I had a play mother. I had a real mother too. And my real mother was pretty tough on me from time to time. I was what was considered a nerd. My classmates weren't real happy with me because I always made the highest score on the test. I blew the curve, all that. But my mom would look at me and say, can't you do better? And it kind of inspired me. And I think that in giving of yourself, whether you realize it or not, the experiences that you've had in your lifetime are imparted upon the children that you serve. So you don't have to say what you did as a profession, or where you come from, or where you're going. It all comes out of you because it's part of that love that you share with the children that you serve. I want to say congratulations to Savannah Chapel-Costa. 30 years, and I've been, let's see, I was there for 16 of them. And I want to say that in my experience, Costa's gone from good to better to best. And I'm not sure what the superlative is after best, maybe bestest or something like that. But every year it seems that Costa grows and grows in size and in professionalism and in responsibility. I'm really happy to see that. I know Judge Bean was happy to see that too. We saw the pictures of him back when Costa was started. He looked like he could have been one of your awards because he was a very young person. But I know he's proud of everything that has happened as far as Costa is concerned too. And I see nothing but blue skies and greater accomplishments through the years. Now, when I was talking with Kate about how long I should talk, she said, how about 30 minutes? Yeah, right, 30 minutes. I said, well, maybe 15, maybe 10, because folks here have other things to do. They would have been here, and you've heard everything that you need to hear about CASA and what CASA has been able to accomplish over the years and what is coming in the future of CASA. So I'm not going to try and recount all of that, but I will say this: don't rest on your laurels. There's always something better you can do. Share yourself. If you've not done so, share yourself with others. Share your experiences with others. You never know what little piece of you is going to be resonant with the child that you come in contact with. The 4 words that the judge really hates to hear is, don't I know you? And I've heard that a lot of times. And one particular one is, I shop at a local Publix. I went to Publix and I heard, don't I know you? I said, yeah, you were my judge. Oh my goodness. So you never really know how to respond to that because the way people might take how you make decisions. But this child was very enthusiastic. He was telling about how his life had changed and he was moving forward, and I was just very, very pleased with that. I hope you get those same responses. I had a courtroom officer who told me that they will see you long before you see them. I want you to just think about that. They will see you long before you see them. If you're out in public, somebody you touch will see you long before you see them. If you touch them positively, this is going to be a good experience. If you touch them negatively, they may not respond at all. They may not be so positive. And I'm asking you, each of you, and I know because you are CASAs and CASA volunteers and CASA board and CASA supporters and CASA partners, that you're giving of yourself because you want to make sure the children have a brighter future who right now may be struggling. So I encourage you to do that, and let's see, my last is, I just want to say ditto to everything that's gone previously, because again, this is the greatest program that I've been to in a long time. I've been retired for as long as I told you. I've had on a suit and tie 4 times. Twice with CASA. So that should give you some idea. Next time I have CASA. Thank you very much for your attention and have a great day.
Thank you, Judge. We miss Judge Berg. We almost did, what we almost did was we were gonna hold up a sign of feeding the dead horse. You remember your sign? He used to hold up a sign in his courtroom. That was somebody beating a dead horse if he didn't want it to go on the record, but he wanted to tell you that he thought you were beating a dead horse. It was our most favorite thing about his courtroom. So anyway, thank you all so much for coming today. I'm sure everybody is grateful that Judge Berg didn't go on for 45 minutes. I could have listened to 45 minutes, so I'm a little disappointed. I believe there's a lot of food left because we had a few people that didn't show, as you can see. But I thank you so much. Please make sure you dip on the way out and contribute to our scholarship fund. We also have 3 water bottles back there, and also 30th anniversary champagne glasses from our events. So please, if you haven't got your metal water bottle, or if you know, like some champagne, we don't have champagne to go in the champagne glasses. It's not that kind of breakfast, but you can do that at home. So again, thank you. It is an honor to lead this organization. I just want to thank all of our CASA volunteers once more, because we can't do this work without you. Thank you to everybody watching virtually. We are so appreciative of your contributions. And cheers to 30 more years.